Began, of course, with a new slew of overnight drone sightings high above the East Coast and the growing demand from frightened residents to concerned lawmakers for answers. Whit Johnson also went looking for answers overnight and is here now with the latest. Good morning, Whit.
Hey, Robin, good morning to you. Yes, we went on patrol with officers who tell us they are getting inundated with reports of these drone sightings, and there's growing frustration as federal authorities insist there's nothing to fear, but at the same time can't explain what people are seeing in the sky.
This morning, two men facing charges after police say they flew a drone dangerously close to Logan Airport. Officers able to make the arrest after using advanced unmanned monitoring technology to identify the location, flight history, and operator position. This comes amid growing concerns about a series of unexplained drone sightings in the Northeast in recent weeks. In New York on Friday, Stewart International Airport forced to temporarily close its runways after multiple sightings nearby.
And seems like there's multiple drones all over this airport tonight, man.
The Biden administration insisting it has no evidence to suggest a national security threat or foreign involvement, but promising more resources to help solve the mystery.
Some of those drone sightings are, in fact, drones. Some are manned aircraft that are commonly mistaken for drones.
The Monmouth County Sheriff's Office posting this heat map of reported sightings, calling on the federal government to make de-drone equipment available at the state level. While federal officials reiterate many of these reported sightings are airplanes or legally operated civilian drones, sometimes distinguishing the difference can be difficult.
A big aircraft or even a smaller aircraft that's manned is not going to be bobbing to the left and to the right and going up and down. It's going to be on a particular trajectory.
We went on patrol with the Clinton Township Police Department.
Once the sun goes down, these drones come out. Once the sun comes up, they're gone. Some calls will be one drone hovering over the house. A few days ago, we got 30 drones.
Within minutes, we spotted lights hovering over a large New Jersey reservoir.
You see how slow these ones are moving? The two that are on a flight radar, and then that one, the plane, is moving quick. These kind of just hover, go really slow.
In the dark, the distance, and with cloudy skies, we couldn't positively identify exactly what the objects were. But Officer Francesca Escudero describes a community on edge.
How would you describe the mood in this town right now with everything that's going on?
From when I've been talking to people, they're frustrated. They just want answers. It's been weeks now, 3-4 weeks, that these drones have been flying around and we have no answers.
Now, the officers we spoke with tell us they've seen them too on many occasions. And when the reports of drones come in, they're often able to triangulate their movements because there are so many calls along the path coming from different people in different parts of the town.
Can you tell us more about what you witnessed last night, Whit?
Yeah, it was interesting. The weather wasn't so great. And again, these objects were at a distance, but you could tell some distinct differences, right? We were watching the planes that would fly from one side of this reservoir to the other in a linear fashion. These objects would go left, they'd go right, they'd go up, they'd go down, and then they would just hover in place for a while. So there were some distinct differences. We just couldn't positively identify what it was.
And aren't officials using some new equipment to be able to differentiate between the two?
Yeah, and the equipment's pretty basic here. They're using flight tracker apps. So if they get a report, they go out and they're actually looking at the planes in the sky. And we were doing that too last night. So you could see the plane, say, oh, that's a Delta flight, American Airlines. And then there are these other objects that we weren't able to determine. So they're using that to provide some comfort to the residents in the area.
All right, Whit, thank you so much. And joining us now is the mayor of Washington Township, New Jersey, Matthew Morello. Mr. Mayor, thank you so much. I mean, we've seen all these videos, but you've witnessed it firsthand. What did you see?
Yeah, thank you very much for having me. We are now in week 4 of this, and like Whit described, these are vehicles we see in the sky. Many times we'll see multiple drones. We'll see 3, 4, 5 at a time. They appear to be traveling in some type of grid pattern. Whether they're mapping or videoing, we're really not sure. But it is very bizarre. The state police told us that they have had anywhere from 4 to 180 calls a night. And once the sun comes up, they tend to go away, which is even more bizarre.
That is so strange. I know you and a bunch of other mayors have petitioned the governor for more information. Are you getting anything?
Well, we did. And I want to thank the governor for at least listening to us and receiving our letter. There were 21 mayors. We signed a letter to the governor just simply asking for more information. We did have a meeting. The governor's office called a meeting with the mayors last week. Unfortunately, the governor didn't show, which was a little disconcerting. He called the meeting and wasn't there. But we were briefed by Colonel Callahan from the state police, who told us, you're going to leave this room knowing everything we know. And here we were like, okay, here we go. We're going to find out what's going on. And then he proceeded to tell us he knew absolutely nothing more about who's flying them, where they're coming from, where they're going, and what they're doing.
Which is very disconcerting when they're hovering over your community. Federal government says there is no danger here. Do you agree? And also, why do you think there are so few answers right now?
I'd like to think that there's no danger. We have these, they haven't had any aggressive patterns. They haven't done anything other than hover, fly in erratic patterns. But if they are up there watching, videoing or something, what are they looking at? I'm the mayor of Washington Township in Morris County in northwest New Jersey. There's no national secrets out where we are. We don't have any bases. Picatinny Arsenal is in the Morris County, and the Bedminster Golf Course is just south of us. So in the original, we thought possibly that area between Morristown Municipal Airport and Bedminster, possibly they were doing some videoing in preparation for President Trump, who's going to be spending some time out there. But now we're in week 4. We're still seeing drones. We continue to believe that there's no threat, but we just don't know what's going on. Yeah. And that's all we're looking for. If it is a national security issue, fine, tell us. And we'll be fine with that.
You just want to know.
That's all I want to know.
Thank you, Mayor.